When Hurricane Irene came barreling up the East Coast, media outlets went wall to wall with their coverage. But citizen journalists also took it upon themselves to report on what was happening, utilizing online tools like Ustream, the largest live streaming service on the internet. The site is also used by celebrities and musicians as a way to connect directly with their fans. Now, joining me is founder and CEO of the company, Jon Hamm. Jon, welcome to Bloomberg West. So let's talk about Irene first, because I think this is a perfect example of how people use Ustream. Tell us how exactly this works, how it was used during the hurricane.
Sure. So anyone can broadcast live over the internet. And for Hurricane Irene, we had citizen journalists, 150, set up live feeds up and down the East Coast. And those live channels reached 2.4 million people, 40% of which were in New York City and New Jersey, tuning in to get additional coverage on Hurricane Irene.
Now, the story of founding of this company is really interesting. You were at West Point with a fellow cadet. You wanted to make it easier for families to communicate with loved ones overseas. Tell me how this all happened.
That's right. So with my co-founders, Brad Hunstable and Dr. Gila Fair, in the summer of 2006, we started talking about Ustream because we wanted to give overseas soldiers a communication platform where they could connect with all their loved ones all at once, because all their loved ones are stateside. And so that's the genesis and the reason why we started the company.
Now, your breakout moment was when some eagles, I believe, hatched on camera. How did that play out?
That's right. So a nonprofit in Iowa called the Raptor Resource Project wanted to drive awareness to eagles. And 3 eaglets were born in Iowa, and they just set up a live stream on Ustream, and over 200 million people end up tuning in over the course of a few months to watch the eagles grow up. And schools got a hold of this, and teachers were using it for educational purposes. It's great.
Now, animals, as I understand, are becoming kind of the new reality stars. I'm a self-proclaimed animal lover, so this particularly interests me. But what kind of trends are you seeing?
Well, we've had a few viral hits. We had Puppy Cam, Owl Cam, and Eagle Cam, and people setting up live broadcasts of their pets. And in some cases, these streams are getting tens of millions or hundreds of millions of viewers.
And celebrities use this too, like Lil Wayne. I watched Dreamforce live via Ustream just this week. What are you doing to nail down kind of big customers?
Well, at this point, we're seeing a lot of organic growth. And so we're seeing broadcasters go to Ustream because they want to interact directly with their fans and their following. And so, like you said, we have a wide range of broadcasters, from the government, where President Obama will go on and interact with citizens directly. The town hall that Twitter did with President Obama was on Ustream, all the way to Fortune 500 companies like Salesforce using Ustream around their flagship conference, Dreamforce.
How do you guys make money? Is this advertising based?
It's an advertising business model, and if you think about the analog of traditional media, the highest advertising rates are with live content, like the Super Bowl and American Idol on TV. So we have an awesome advertising opportunity on the web with live content.
So do you see this challenging traditional content providers? Do you see this challenging cable companies or YouTube? Who do you consider your competition?
Well, I think it's complementary to traditional television. We work a lot with the TV networks as well as the movie studios, using the internet to drive audience to essentially their core asset. And so that's our approach, is be complementary. We have a lot of partnerships in that space.
YouTube isn't traditional, though.
YouTube isn't, but the TV networks that you mentioned.
So does that mean is YouTube your competition?
Well, for us, we're focused on what we're doing, which is live streaming and doing it the way that we are, which is building amazing products and listening to our community. And so
we've been talking a lot about the future of kind of video distribution. Earlier, we were talking about Dish versus Netflix. What do you think is the future of live video streaming?
Well, I think what's happening right now in this post-PC world, where everyone's carrying multiple screens, your phone, your tablet, it's really going to enable distribution of live media. In the past, you couldn't watch something live because you weren't sitting in front of your living room television, you were not reachable, but you're always connected now. And so I think live viewership on this planet over time is just going to go up in orders of magnitude.
All right, Jon Hamm, CEO and co-founder of Ustream, thanks for joining us here on Bloomberg West.